So I've heard that you were in a band when you were a high school kid.
Yeah, actually, I was all 4 years I was in high school. I
Oh yeah.
was I was in actually in a few bands, but I was in one pretty early on when I was a kid. Yeah, me and four of my friends.
All right. So what's did you have a name for your band or bands?
Uh, yeah. Well, kind of, I guess the serious band I was in, we were called Lucky Number Two. I know it sounds stupid, and I thought it did too, actually. But I came into the band. I was asked to join. I didn't
Okay.
start it.
Right.
They said, "Hey, we need a bass player. Do you play bass?" And I said, "Yeah, I do. I play bass. Why?" And they said, "Well, we need a bass player. So can you come and try out, audition?" And I did. And I said, "Oh, hey, what's the band name?" And they're like, "Lucky Number Two." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, wow, so lame." But I wanted to play music, so I
Okay.
just went along with it and said, "Yeah, sure. Why
Right.
not?"
So why did they name the band Lucky Number Two?
You
Do you
know
know the
what?
reason?
I don't think there was a reason. I think they at one point they just when they were thinking about what to do, they couldn't decide on something, so they just decided something and just went with it. They said, "Okay, we're going to decide this and we're going to do it."
Mm.
So I don't
Mm.
know, lucky number two. Yeah.
Right. So what kind of music did you used to play?
So it was like punk
Hmm.
music.
Okay.
So yeah, and which actually at the time was not very popular among young people in
Right.
my town. So yeah.
I mean, I'm not really big fan of music. I don't really know anything about music. So what's punk music like?
What's punk music
Yeah.
like? Well, our band was like so we had two guitar players,
Hmm.
um, a bass player and a drummer, and one of the guitar players sang too. So punk music is fast. It's
Right.
fast, and the drums are also fast, and the vocals are usually kind of yelling or
Uh-huh.
screaming in a way, um, and not always, but sometimes bands are political, right?
Right.
So
Political.
we had a political, I don't know how you would say, but we at that time it was 2008
Yeah.
and or 2000, sorry, that's wrong, 2004, and yeah, President Bush was George Bush was the
Yeah.
president,
Yes.
and we didn't like him. We were kind of on the other
Ah.
side, and so a lot of our songs were kind of politically driven. So our
Right.
lyrics
So
were
kind
about
of
like
criticizing or
yeah, like anti-president lyrics, uh, like that. I don't know. It's kind of funny because one of our songs actually, because the American flag is
Mhm.
red, white, and blue, the
Yes.
colors. So one of our songs was called Red, White, Black, and Blue, like a
Oh.
bruise. Like, and so it's kind of, I don't know, we were angsty and like, it was, I don't know. That's how I would describe punk music at that time.
Right.
Fast, politically driven lyrics
Okay.
and screaming vocals.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry to ask about, sorry to ask stupid questions, but
No, no, go
so the
ahead.
guitar that
Yeah.
you used to use, it's that one that sort of connect to the amplifiers, yeah?
Yes.
Not like acoustic
No,
guitar.
no,
Oh.
no. Everyone played electric, loud
Okay,
music. Yeah.
loud music.
Yeah, very loud guitars.
Okay. Why did you like punk music?
Well, I don't know. I was a high school student and I was angry about life and my parents. I didn't really get along with my parents, and so it was a good outlet for me, a
I
way to
see.
express myself outside of school. And so
Hmm.
it was very useful in that way.
Did
That's
you
why I
did you
liked it.
have a chance to sort of perform in public or
Yeah, it's funny because we thought, you know what, this is when you're 15 years old, you can't really think too far ahead in
yeah?
the future. But we thought, we're gonna be popular. People are gonna like this, and we're gonna get big, and maybe we don't have to go to college. Maybe we can just play music for the rest of our lives.
Right.
But yeah, no. Back to your question. Sorry, we did play. We probably played a show, as we
Hmm.
call it, or like we would play at different venues around different live houses around in
Yeah.
our town.
Oh, cool.
Probably like twice a month.
All right.
We'd sell tickets. I'd go actually, like, we'd make a flyer, and I would go to the top of the stairwell in the high
Yeah.
school, and I would take all these flyers and just throw them down the stairs,
Oh.
just have the flyers, you know. I don't know. It sounds funny to talk about it now. But yeah. So we
Oh,
played
right.
like twice a month for about 3 years.
Uh-huh. Wow. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
used to make money from that then?
I don't know about money, but we did make enough to pay for our CDs that we would record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So no, it wasn't profitable in any
Mm-hmm.
way. It was just fun. And I met so many different people from being in a band, so it was really nice. Socially, it was really good for, I think, a high school student like myself.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for asking.